guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you may on Twitter, The Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of a Masquerade in the Woods. So before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. All those are for patrons only, y'all. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you are up. Let's go. Alright. Perhaps I'm just being pessimistic. Wish I had some of your confidence. Would make things easier. Wouldn't have to doubt every decision or word or thought or feeling. What do you mean? I sigh, unsure if now is the right time to start dumping all my emotional baggage on the big dog. I don't know, I just feel so off track. Never sure if what I'm doing is right or wrong. Never sure of myself, you know? Damn. 1 second now. Let me, There we go. Okay. Just changing the air conditioning mode. Okay. All that started way before waking up here. I don't know. I guess after waking up in the forest, I've just felt lost. I don't think you're lost. He swallows audibly, slumping further down the wall, and leans his soft, fuzzy head against my shoulder. I mean, I found you, didn't I? He smiles, threading his fingers through mine. Let's go. I quickly untangle my paw from his, clearing my throat awkwardly as River shoots me a questioning look. As I prepare to help Lucas up, he looks down at his pocket, fumbling for his phone. When he finally gets it out, he taps the power button. It's a notification from a news website, or maybe a blog by the look of the icon. River steps over to read it. Uh-oh. Man found dead at sawmill, sacrificial tattoo, execution. Oh boy. Chapter 4. Man, how many chapters are in this? It starts with a confession. God, I love how stylized this is. It's so cool. Basketball practice, home for a quick post-game snack, and then meet up with Aggie at the reading group by the church. Walking back home when Mom texted that it was getting late. That's the last thing I remember. The last thing before waking up in that basement. Ugh. I roll my neck, shivering, feeling the cuffs chafe around my wrists. Sitting with my arms above my head for so long, I lost feeling them hours ago. I'm so cold. I don't know how much time has passed since that basement. Keeping track without a clock or natural light is impossible. Time becomes a blur. A fuzzy haze as being awake and asleep blend together. Reality and nightmare. A week? No, it can't have been that long. Someone would have found me in a week. Someone will find me. Open my eyes to the room I've become all too familiar with, looking out over the dirt floor. This cobbled box of a place, windowless. The atmosphere is oppressive and heavy, as if you can feel the weight of the building above pressing down on the crumbling brick supports keeping it up. The smell of moldy hay and cattle is barely noticeable under the sharp rubber-like fumes of paint that makes my head dizzy. I roll my tongue over the empty cavities over where my teeth used to be, feeling the nausea roll back in my stomach turning. But even if I wanted to, the puddle of now dried sick next to me is evidence I have nothing left to throw up. The teeth can be replaced. As soon as I'm out of here. Like, no, water time. I've memorized the room over and over, so that when I get out I can recall every last detail to the police. I know every corner, every spot of dried blood, every tool on the wall. I've counted every stone making up the walls of this prison. Handed a piece of paper and a pen, I could sketch the pattern of each and every paint splatter, the color so strong it almost glows in the dark. But as I look around the room for what feels like the 100th time, one detail sticks out, one that hasn't been there before. Oh. Leaning against one of the brick pillars further down the room, slumped forward, almost curled into a ball, sits a person. I blink a couple times to make the outline more clear, unsure if I trust my own eyes. A skinny figure in worn jeans and a t-shirt too big for them. Their knees are pressed to their chests as if trying to make themselves smaller. The odd, bubbly feeling of hope in my chest overwhelms me. I pull myself up with my wrists, folding my legs beneath me to get on my knees. Hey! Oh, she's a girl, okay. Think she's a girl? I call out to him with a hoarse voice, having screamed them sore some time earlier. You've got to help me! I've been trapped down here for I don't know how long! But the figure doesn't respond. They don't react at all. I was kidnapped! I'm not supposed to be here! Oh. I cut myself short as a small flame lights up in their paw. You're not supposed to be here? They finally answer in a slow, sluggish, tired-sounding male voice on the lighter side. His paws are covered in the same white paint, dried spots of it littering his fingers and claws. I swallow to wet my throat with whatever moisture is left. Yes, I'm not supposed to be here. I need to get out of here. Another quiet pause follows as the man slowly moves the lighter back and forth, holding something above it and letting the flame dance beneath it. Were you kidnapped too? Maybe we could help each other get out. You're not supposed to be here. That feeling of hope in my chest slowly begins to sink down to my stomach. He's not here to rescue me, is he? Someone else will show up. They're looking for me. Someone will come. The flame is abruptly snuffed out, replaced by the sound of the man shifting on the dirt in the dark. Oh God, please. I strain against the cold metal binding me, an aching jolt shooting up through my arms as circulation starts waking them up again. The concrete is weak. If I could pull hard enough on the cuffs, the metal ring they're threaded through could come loose and then... My train of thought is interrupted as the man stands up and begins pacing, his shadow weaving in and out between the pillars, dragging his feet and muttering to himself. Fear creeps over me as images of all the things this man might do to me flash in my head, and I shiver. But I refuse to think about that. I'm strong. I got through the rat's torture. I'll get through this. None of it will matter once I'm out of here. I take a deep breath, flexing my arms to test the metal loop. You don't have to do this, you know. I won't tell anyone, I promise. My name's Casey. What's yours? My mother's probably worried sick about me. She probably thinks I got lost. That's what I'll tell her. I'll tell her I got lost. I won't mention any of this. I'll tell her I got lost in the forest, that I was drinking with friends. She'll believe me. She misses me, and I don't think you're that type of man. To take a daughter from her mother? The man's footsteps seem to slow to a stop. One second, y'all. Water time. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't. Please, sir, I just want to go home. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to... Shut up, shut up, shut up! He stomps over, kicking at the dirt and screaming, his voice suddenly sounding wide awake and an octave deeper. Huffing, he paces back and forth above me. No, please. You're not supposed to be here? I'm not supposed to be here! He screams so loud, my ears almost ring, and I close my eyes out of instinct, my body tensing up. I don't want this! I never did! I never wanted this! I slowly open my eyes back up, meeting his as he crouches down in front of me. He's a dog of some kind. His floppy ears and darker fur reminds me of my classmate Colin. But the burn scars, making his left side droop slightly, do not. His mismatched eyes stare down at me in pure rage. In pure rage? His scarred muzzle slightly agape as he breathes heavily. And suddenly the anger on the canine's face melts away, and his features scrunch up, as if on the verge of tears. As if a different man entirely was sitting before me. He lifts a shivering paw, reaching out towards me as his lips curl into a sad smile that doesn't quite reach his eyes. Then just as quickly, he pulls his arm away, a blank stare replacing the uncanny smile. You have been chosen. He emphasizes each word carefully, especially the last one, as he holds his other paw out, unrolling his fingers. He's holding a syringe. I immediately recoil, pressing my naked back against the cold wall. No! His blank stare looks down at me, through me, not quite meeting my eyes. He stays like that for a moment, as if contemplating something, before quickly standing up and grabbing my arm. No! No, 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 please! The canine calmly shushes me, thumbing the pit of my elbow and readying the needle. I thrash my arms around as much as my restraints will allow, helpless whines escaping my toothless muzzle. You don't have to do this! He keeps trying to inject me, but my thrashing seems to put him off. The man lets out a frustrated grunt as he lets go of me, and, with a hurried pace, steps away. I breathe heavily, my chest rapidly rising and falling. He turns away, clutching his hair tight, and then begins to sob. Please, please, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. Make it stop. Just make it stop. I sit back up as best I can. Not sure if I should be more scared of his strange behavior, just thankful he didn't inject me with whatever's in that syringe. It's okay. It's okay, I mumble, steadying my voice and glancing up at the metal loop. I can do this. We can make it stop if you just let me go. I'm unsure if he can hear me through his sobbing until his ear turns towards me. I swallow. If you let me go, I promise I won't tell anybody. This can all be over. He turns and bends down to pick something up off the floor. The clinking of a metal tin against the gravel floor is the last thing I hear before something ice cold washes over me. It's thick and sticky, clinging to my fur like glue, and the harsh smell that invades my nose makes me cough. I turn my head to spit whatever landed in my mouth out. Oh God. Oh God, it covered her in paint. As I open my eyes and look down over my exposed body, my breath catches in my throat. He reaches his paw into the emptied can, smearing some of the paint across his scarred muzzle like war paint. Second, y'all. Water time. In the same motion as he drops the can, he steps over, and I feel the sting in my right arm, hearing his heavy breathing at my side. I don't have time to react. I just stare up at him and the needle embedded in my arm. He steps back, as if shocked at his own doing, and begins to pace, lifting his paw to run it through his hair. I want out! I want out of this! I don't want to do this anymore! He mumbles as he cradles his head. Oh God, what has he done? What was in that syringe? What's happening to me? God, please, just give me the strength to get through this. I take a few heavy breaths to calm myself. Someone will come. I know they will. I just have to hold out. Someone's coming for me. The canine leans up against the pillar to my left, pressing his forehead to the stained stone. They're looking for me. They're gonna find me. They won't find you. His voice states plainly in an exhausted tone. No one's coming for you. Yes, they are! I rattle the cuffs. They wouldn't just leave me. They're out looking for me right now. They wouldn't leave me. How would you know? He didn't come for any of the others. They'll come for me. They're taking me home. The man suddenly slams his fist against the wall, dragging his forehead down against the concrete. No, 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 no. I don't want to anymore. I don't want it. I don't want to. His voice chokes up as if to cry again, before suddenly letting out a frustrated roar. He spins around, aggressively digging his paw down his pocket. I pull my knees up to my chest as he steps over. What are you doing? He grabs hold of the cuffs above me. Oh shit. And a second later, my arm falls flat at my sides. I stare at them for a second, feeling lightheaded from the shock before quickly get on my paws and knees, clawing at the dirt floor to launch myself between his legs and towards the exit. This is it. This is my chance. I can get out. My entire body tingles with adrenaline. My arms feeling sluggish and my vision begins to blur as flakes of dried paint fly up in the air. And then I collapse. Ooh. Jesus, what is happening in this town? It's like some kind of cult that's making sacrifices to some kind of dark god or something? I don't know. It's clear that the worst people in this town are all part of this group. They're all, like, torturing people and collecting their teeth. It's fucking bizarre. Man, this is a very intense visual novel. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and, you know, check out our Patreon. It definitely helps the channel. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!